Favorite time of the day, math with Miss Sheehan. Here we are on Thursday already. I am wearing a long sleeve sweater because I couldn't believe it. I woke up this morning and it snowed outside. I was like, what's that? No, it's supposed to be springtime, don't you think? Um, but hopefully, when you get this video, it won't be snowing anymore. We are going to be in our Learn book again today, so if you want to grab that, that would be wonderful. You'll need a pencil, and don't forget your brain. We are going to be on page 57 today, so you can head there, and we are going to be constructing different shapes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do it along with you. So if you turn there, I'm going to read number 1A for us right now. So it says, construct a rectangle with 2 rows of 3 tiles. So I'm going to start by making myself a rectangle. You guys can make that down below. Okay, so my rectangle looks like this, and they said that it needs to have 2 rows. So I'm going to make one line down the middle to split that into 2 rows. Why don't you try that? And then it said that there's supposed to be 3 tiles in each row. So I'm going to split it into 3 columns. Mine looks like this. A repeated addition sentence we could say for this would be 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 equals what? 6 is correct. So on that line, you're going to write 3 plus 3 equals 6. All right. I will read letter B for you. It says construct a rectangle with 2 columns. Remember, that's up and down. Of 3 tiles. So 2 columns up and down. I'm going to make a skinnier rectangle for myself. And I'm going to start by breaking it into 2 columns. Okay, so mine looks like this. And then it said that in each row there would be 2, and there's going to be 3 rows. So I'm going to split it into 2 more sections there. And then we're supposed to come up with a repeated addition sentence to go along with this. So if I look in my rows, I see they're kind of going by 2s, right? So I could say 2 plus 2 plus 2, and what does that equal? 6. Very nice. So on that line, you're going to write 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. Great job. We'll go on to number 2, letter A. It says to construct a rectangle with 5 rows, remember that's horizontal, of 2 tiles. So 5 rows, mine's going to be kind of skinny for this one too. Skinny and long because we have all those rows to make. So here we go. So I need 5 rows, so I'm going to make those now. I'm going to do 4 lines. And then there's 2 tiles in each row. So I'll make 1 line up and down. This is what mine looks like. So you can see that I have 5 rows and there's 2 tiles in each. So what would a repeated addition problem be to go along with this? We could say 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, right? Why don't you write that down? What's the answer? 10 is correct. Nice job. For letter B, we are constructing a rectangle with 5 columns. So this one's going to be a little bit wider because we have to fit 5 columns in there. And then it says that there's only 2 tiles in each. So let's start by making our columns. So there's 5 columns up and down, and then there's 2 in each row. This is what mine looks like. I hope this is what yours is going to be looking like too. And then if we did a repeated addition sentence, we would say, how many are in this row? 5, right? So we can add by 5. So we can say 5 plus 5, and that equals 10. So you can write your repeated addition sentence. You could also choose to do it with columns. Add all of those 2's, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Either one's fine. Okay? Once you're done, you can head over to the next page. Page 58 is where we will be going next, and we will continue to draw some new shapes. So, number 3, letter A. It says to construct a rectangle of 9 tiles that have equal rows and columns. So the same amount of columns and the same amount of rows. So I'm going to think, like, if I skip count by any of these, how could I get to 9? So I could try 2's first. I could say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That doesn't work. I could try skip counting by 4's. 4, 8, 12. No. Maybe 3's. Should we try 3's? 3, 6, 9. We found it. Okay, so we're going to construct a rectangle that has 3 columns and 3 rows. So, why don't you try drawing that? I'll draw mine down here, and we'll see if we can also come up with a repeated addition sentence to go along with it. Here's what mine looks like. I hope yours looks like this too. So we have 3, 6, 9. 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. Great work. The next one we're going to do on letter B, we're going to try to do the same kind of thing, but with a bigger number. The number is 16. So we're going to want to make ourselves a square. And we're going to try to figure out what could we, how many rows and how many columns would we need so that there's an equal amount. Okay, so for 16. So we could try 5's first. We could say 5, 10, 15, 20. That one's not going to work. We could try skip counting by 4's. We could say 4, 8, 12, 16. Hey, we found one. So we skip counted 4 times. We're going to have 4 rows and 4 columns. So let's try to draw that. Split it up. So you have 4 rows and 4 columns. And once you make that picture, you can see if you can come up with the repeated addition problem to go along with it. I'm almost done with mine right here. Here is my array, and as you can see, I have my repeated addition sentence as well. I said 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, and that gives me 16. All right, we will be moving on to number 4, letter A. It says, what shape is the array pictured below? So, you can see there are 3 rows of 4, right? And so we could say 3 rows of 4, 3 times 4, right? So 3 rows of 4. On the line, you could say either one of these. 3 rows of 4 or 3 times 4. And what is the answer there? 3 times 4, that equals 12. Skip count, 4 times. 3, 6, 9, 12. Nice job. All right. Now on letter B, it wants us to redraw this. So instead of having that 12 from before, it says draw the shape above with 1 column removed. So one of the columns up and down we're going to take out. So instead of being 3 rows of 4, we're going to take out 1. So it's now going to be 3 rows of 3. So why don't you draw that? I'm going to draw mine. 3 rows can do a repeated sentence. Oh, and I found a little mistake I made in mine. It's not going to equal the one that it says in the answer key because I just, sometimes you make mistakes. Okay, so what shape is the array now? It is 3 plus 3 plus 3. Now we have 3 rows of 3 and 3 columns of 3. And so, what is another way we could say this? We could say 3 times 3, right? And that equals 9. Parents, just so you know, in my answer key, mine says 12 right now, so the real answer is 9. All right, awesome job. For now, you can do page 59 if you'd like. You don't have to. And then I'm going to read our problem solver to you. Don't mind my clock. So it says, it's on page 61, and then you can solve it by yourself. It says, Ty bakes 2 pans of brownies. Ugh, Ty, that's making me hungry for brownies. Maybe I should make some brownies. Are you going to make some brownies? In the first pan, he cuts 2 rows of 8. In the second pan, he cuts 4 rows of 4. So you're going to do 2 things. Number 1, draw a picture of Ty's brownie pans. So you should have 2 pans, right? And then the second thing is write a repeated addition equation to show the total number of brownies in the pan. If you'd really like, you can make your own brownies, and you can send me a picture of what they look like. You can split them into sections just like they did in this math problem here, and that's real learning, real life learning, right? So awesome job today. The only other thing you can do for math is you can do extra math, freckle, or Zern, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.